Hello, I'm Sketches.n.Scrubs. Thank you for tuning into this video. I make weekly art tutorials, paint-alongs and vlogs, and in this video I want to go through how I add ink to my watercolour paintings. So these are just a few examples of my loose florals that I then complement with ink. If you haven't already done so, you can check out my previous video on how to actually create the watercolour paintings, but in this video I'm going to focus on the ink part. So I tend to use either Unipin Fineliners or Micron Fineliners, and I'll link them all down below. Before that I used to use simple Bic pens and they work well, so essentially just use whatever you have at home. If you'd like to know more about other supplies that are good to have, then check out my other video. I outlined the rough shape of the petals using the thicker pens. So in this instance I'm using a 0.5 pen, sometimes I use the 0.8 nibs, and then I use thinner sizes like a 0.1 or a 0.2 to add lines to demonstrate where the shading is going to be. So the paintings that are side by side, I didn't paint them to be exactly the same. I just wanted to use the same kind of colours because I keep getting stuck between which style I like most, whether it's completely loose with no ink or the ones with ink. So I thought it would be a nice exercise where I paint two similar paintings, two similar colour schemes, and then outline one and don't outline the other to just see which style resonates with me more. Although I've done this exercise a few times, I'm still not 100% convinced on which I like more. Let me know down below in the comments if you have a definite preference as to yes with ink or no, just leave the watercolour loose. Once I've outlined everything to my satisfaction, and sometimes I don't outline absolutely everything, just the things I want to highlight, I use a smaller nib size such as a 0.1 or a 0.2 pen to add some shadows. And the way that people do it varies. I certainly do try different techniques, but the way that I do it here is focusing on where I think the shadows would be, and rather than cross-hatching, I add a couple of lines, maybe 3 lines, and then a few dots to kind of make it a bit more of a stylized floral. Key thing is that I try to follow the shape of the petal, so I don't do completely straight lines unless the petal is for some reason completely straight. I try to avoid overwhelming my paintings with ink, so one of the ways that I do that is sometimes by bouncing from petal to petal, just to make sure that I'm not, losing perspective of the whole picture. And also just being mindful not to add too many lines, especially when it's a painting and it's not just a black and white ink area. Like the color is already there to indicate where should be light and where should be dark, etc. So this is just adding complements. And as you can see, and as I mentioned earlier, I just curve the lines to follow the shape that I think the petal should also be following, and I don't like to do all of them completely going across. To be honest, not sure where I picked this style up, but this is one that's been working for me at the moment, and I'll go through other types of shading in other videos. I really enjoyed doing this kind of mini experiment in my sketchbook. Quite often I try for some reason to have almost finished pieces rather than really experimenting, but I think this was like a happy medium. If you enjoyed this video, learned a new technique, or want to see more of my exercises in my sketchbook, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can catch each video as it comes out. And this is the final product, and them side by side. I'm still not 100% convinced. Let me know if you prefer the loose watercolour, just ink, or both of them combined, ink and watercolour. I hope that you enjoyed spending time with me in my sketchbook, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.